Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you all. Good morning. Good morning to you all. I just gave myself a haircut that I needed. A lot of times when I'm doing my hair, I have a lot of great thoughts. It's one of my favorite forms of inspirations. Doing my hair and getting my thoughts together. I love to do my hair. It gives me another level of thinking. So I just I just cut this hair. Should be pretty. The reason why I cut my hair is I don't want split ends. I don't want it flaking. I want it to be super clean, super just light, and because I have very thick hair. So for me to get very thick hair, to be that supple, to just be that type of beautiful mane, it's just a proof of how skilled I am in this hair business. This morning, I want to share my thoughts on how these black folks have been downgrading humanity, and that's what they do. That's what these black folks do. That's what they do. When you look at the culture that the black folks have been popularizing, and you look at that culture, and the black folks, they created this thing where they go around the world and they copy the cultures of other people and they say it's black folks' culture. So I guess that's why they call it a melting pot, but nothing has melted really. It's just a bag of confusion. And what the black folks do, and I'm sure they are aware of it, and I'm sure they are paid to do it, because whatever the black folks do, they say, well, at least I was paid for it. So I'm sure they are paid to do this dirty job, which is downgrading humanity. I'm sure they are paid for it because they claim, well, at least I was paid for it. The black folks invaded the Americas with the Europeans. It's not like the Europeans and the black folks are not friends. For you and another group of people to invade a continent together, you got to be really good friends. And that's a fact. And that's the fact of it all. So when the Europeans of all tribes got together with these black folks and invaded the Americas, they did it to come and take land for the Europeans and the black folks. It's not like this is something they are doing outside of each other's support. The European places himself in a place where he feels like he will uphold humanity. And the black folks, they place themselves in a place where they are downgrading humanity, and they are doing it to marginalize people with melanated skin that look like them. So because the whole entire world is melanated, okay, the idea that the Europeans are non-melanated is a natural deficiency. It's not like they became non-melanated by accident. I just think it's just a natural deficiency. And so imagine the entire world full of melanated people, and the Europeans are coming with these black folks to downgrade you. The Europeans are coming with these black folks to take away the value of humanity, because the majority of the world is melanated like me. So these black folks are coming with the Europeans to devalue you. They are coming with the Europeans, and if you notice, the black folks, whatever low life activities, they take it and they own it. Whatever low life activities, they take those low life activities and own it. Like, let's say, for example, eating chitterlings. Who brags about eating the tripes of another animal? And that's what I'm saying. Whatever low life activities, these black folks take it and they glorify it. These black folks, they take poverty and they glorify it as if somebody's supposed to be proud to be poor. Somebody's supposed to be proud to be poor. Somebody's supposed to be proud to not have food. Somebody's supposed to be proud of the ghetto. They take the ghetto and they glorify it as if it is something that they didn't create. You've created the lives of the ghetto. You did that on purpose. The Wacky World of TV. Good morning. Happy morning to you. Happy morning to you. Good morning. This morning I'm talking about the black folks as they are downgrading humanity. They are taking everything about the human being that we should not popularize, everything that turns us into desperate animals. They are taking all of those qualifications and they are saying, these are the best, these are the best. No, these are not the best. And eating chitterlings is nothing to brag about. Because inside the tribes is where the shit is. That's where the doo-doo is. That's where the caca is. That's where the BM is. That's where the defecation is. These black folks take everything that should not even be to the public and they take it and they glorify it. And they know it's downgrading humanity, but when they downgrade humanity, they understand that they will have the Europeans to anchor them. So when they are downgrading humanity, what they are doing is they are sinking everybody else in the universe, which is the rest of the world, because the whole world is melanated except for these deficiencies. They are taking everybody else and they are sinking you so they can give rise to their masters, to the Europeans. The Europeans own these black folks. These black folks work for the Europeans. So when they downgrade humanity, they do it so they can deny your melanated as worthy, so they can downgrade it, so they can make you look like an animal, so they can make you look like you're not worthy. And as soon as you allow these black folks to let you join a lifestyle of vagrants and salty dirtiness and just immorality, as soon as you join them, they will then allow you to do the dirt and they will go and take their space next to the European as sovereign. That is the trap that these black folks have brought to the Americas. The trap that these black folks have brought to the Americas is the trap of downgrading humanity so they can take away your value as melanated people. The black folks, okay, they do everything that is immoral. They do everything that is like a real human animal would never do the things that the black folks are making you think are normal. These things are normal or not normal. Human animals don't do things like that. But the black folks, they have taken all of the deficiencies of the human animals and they are trying to make you proud of them. Who's going to be proud of poverty? Who's going to be proud of a ghetto life? Who's going to be proud of those kind of things to write songs about them and to glorify them and to make them appear as if that's how we black folks do? No, that's you. You came with the white people to downgrade me as a Carib. As a real American, you came to downgrade me so that I could be immoral, so that I can start drinking and not thinking. And while I'm drinking and not thinking, you and the white folks will come and take my land. You both will do it. Not the white folks alone. The white folks will use you to substitute me because you think you can use the black skin like we got something in common. You think you can erase my tradition. The black folks are doing this job, not the white folks. If the white folks invented it, then the black folks uphold it. It is these African Americans who are taking humanity down to naught. Imagine the stories that African Americans tell you. now that I have common sense as my permanent guide, sometimes I think of the stories that African Americans have told me in the past, and I'm like, how could I have believed such trash, such garbage? African Americans, they tell you stories like, oh, the white man forced me to have sex with my mother. Oh my God! A white man forced you to have sex with your mother, you dirty piece of shit. Nobody can force you to do that. And you're not going to take those kind of downgrade and you're not going to take it to make it look like normal that other humans will allow somebody to let him do such atrocities. No other humans can make you do such atrocities. You got to agree. The black folks agreed to commit atrocities with these Europeans, and then they act like they were forced. They act like it was slavery. Bullshit, niggas. It wasn't slavery. You agreed to come in as a slave so you can trick my ancestors to go to war with these white folks. And as soon as my ancestors went to war with these white folks, you backed down into an NAACP. You backed down into your organizations. Because that's what you came to do. That's what these African Americans came to do. That's what these black folks came to do. These are the old Hebrew slaves. You people do not watch geography. I don't fuck with history. I don't fuck with the truth. I fuck with geography and logic. If you got logic and you have geography, you can find your original place on earth. You can find where you came from. It's not hard. When your ancestors work hard and your ancestors have dignity and your ancestors uphold humanity, you can do that. But the African Americans, those are the whole Hebrew slaves who willingly became Greeks and Romans. Willingly became Greeks and Romans. These are the same Hebrew slaves who destroyed Egypt. These are the same Hebrew slaves who destroyed the Dahomey Kingdom of West Africa. Because it was with them that the white men could penetrate those kingdoms. The white men couldn't penetrate those kingdoms. The Arab, the Islams, they cannot penetrate these kingdoms. It was with the old Hebrew slaves, because the old Hebrew slaves, don't forget, God gave us all magic. God gave us all. When people are thinking of Haitian voodoo, they're thinking Haitians voodoo. No, you all had voodoo. All of y'all had voodoo. The reason why the Haitians still have it is because our ancestors have been staying faithful to Mother Nature. Otherwise, and you still have voodoo, except that you're using it to destroy humanity. You still have magic, except that you guys, the Hebrew slaves and the Europeans, they are using magic to destroy humanity. They are using magic to change humanity. And they are using their magic, which is the movies and the music and all of that, the films and the theaters. They use the magic of these Europeans and these Hebrew slaves. It's the magic of a plot. It's conspiracy. That's what they major in. My ancestors, we know magic. We taught Jesus how to walk on water. We can turn wine into water, water into wine. We can wake up the dead. That's the gift of my ancestors' magic and science. But these old Hebrew slaves, what is their magic with the Europeans? It's a plot. And the plot twists and it 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 twists on you until you lose your land, because they are saying, you my race, you have the same color as me. Get the fuck out of here, niggas. How is having this complexion make you my race? Bitches. Now, if I didn't have ancestors to teach me my race, I would believe these black folks. Fuck out of here. If I didn't have ancestors, we are old wisdom to anchor me in the Americas, these black folks would have the last of me. First of all, these black folks confused my ancestors into going to war. For nothing. For nothing. For nothing. So we can die, and so they can take Hispaniola. And by 1821, these black folks took a majority of Hispaniola from my ancestors, from the Caribbean. They took our land and they turned it into Dominican Republic so they can breed the children of slaves and Europeans. That's what the Dominican Republic is. It's a made-up city full of the children of slaves and the Europeans so they can destroy us in the Caribbean. Us, the Caribbean people with the black skin. The Europeans, they brought their own slaves with the black skin to counter us and to destroy us. So that 200 years later, we would be eating the tripes of animals and be proud of it? How do you be proud that you're eating animal intestine, the shit that was holding the shit? And it's a culture? And you are telling people that the white man forced you to fuck your mother and that's acceptable? Nobody can force you to fuck your mother. The stories of the slaves are not to be admired. The stories of the slaves are not to be believed. Nobody should be admiring any type of human who allowed another human to do him, because no other humans can force you to fuck your mother. If another human comes and they say, fuck your mother, you will kill yourself, your mother will kill herself. Nobody can force you to do such acts. When you agree to do such acts, you take the human and you bring humanity to its belly, not even to its knees. You bring humanity to its belly, where humanity lacks morality. That's what these African Americans have done. They have committed atrocious actions where the human being has downgraded to belly level, dragging on the floor on an animalistic level. That's what these African Americans do. That's what the white man has them here to do, so they can take away my dignity on account of black, or that we are the same race. Bitch, where the fuck you came from? How can you be my race? I don't know you niggas. You niggas invaded the Americas with the white folks to take away my land, to take away my culture, to take away my pride, my dignity, my humanity. And now you want to make me proud. Listen, the African American culture, they want you to be proud of slaves. How can I be proud of slaves? The whole idea of a slave is a fucked up human being. It's a deficient human being. A slave is a human being that you should mete a la basura. Meaning like, okay, I have a pair of sneakers here and it's irregular. Put it in the trash. These are the irregular humans. They need to be put in the trash. But because they have alliance with the Europeans, and the Europeans pamper them, give them major media to promote deficiencies, these African Americans think they can trouble my ancestry. They think they can deny my geographies in the Americas because of me and because of my voice. It's not easy. It's not easy for a person like me to fall in the trap of slaves. I don't respect slaves. I don't respect slaves. Slaves are people, human beings, who are animals. A slave is a human animal. A slave cannot make me think that another human can force you to do anything. I don't care what language you speak. I don't care how many Lamborghinis Nike give you. I don't care how much awards the Europeans give you. I don't care if you're Oprah. I don't care who the fuck you are. You cannot make this little woman, me, tiny little pretty beautiful woman, you cannot make me believe that another human being is going to force you to fuck your mother. That another human being is going to force himself on you as a man to penetrate your anus. Human beings, we don't let other humans do these things to us. And if another human does it to us, we kill ourselves. So the slaves cannot make real humans, real Americans like me. I don't care how many of you black folks put together, how many racism consortiums, how many twists and plots you and the white people do together. I don't believe you, because what you are propagating is a made-up lie. You're doing it so you can entrap me in the Americas. You came to fuck me up in the Americas. Just like you went to West Africa in the 1100s and you fucked me up. Just like you went to West Africa in the 1400s and you fucked me up. That's what the Hebrews do. The Hebrews are property of the Greeks and the Romans. When are you people going to understand geography? These African Americans, those are the old Hebrew slaves that the Romans and the Greeks conquered. These are Jesuses. That's what the Bible is made up for, to conquer those slaves and to give them a Jesus that will let them turn the cheek and keep plaiting that cotton, because I like me some cotton sheets. Fuck around, somebody will tell you your geography. Somebody will tell you your geography. It ain't that hard when you have ancestors like I do. It's not hard to know about the Juif Errant. My ancestors describe you people as Juif Errant, wandering Jews. And that's the worst thing you could have been in history at the moment where you motherfuckers were drifting on. You are wandering Jews. The Wacky World of TV says Hebrews, property of Greeks and Romans. Yes, Wacky World of TV. Don't you people do GI? Stop fucking around with history. You know the Greeks and the Romans conquered the Hebrews. Not only did the Greeks and the Romans conquer the Hebrews, they conquered England. That's how we got the Church of England. The Greeks and the Romans, they were conquering everybody in that area. And back in the days, once you were conquered, you had to adopt the systems of the Greeks and the Romans. That's why these slaves are still pledging Greeks. That's why these properties of the Greeks and the Romans, that's what these African Americans are. And you are coming to the Americas to rob me of my geography. And you think you can use the skin color to fuck with me and make me think I allowed somebody to fuck my mother in front of me? Come on, that's what slaves do. Real humans would never allow that. Real humans would kill himself. A real woman would swallow his tongue. Let me swallow my tongue. A real human would swallow his tongue before he allows those kind of atrocities. But the African Americans want to make you think that humans allow those kind. No, that's what the slaves came to do. They came to raise your tolerance for the bullshit. They came to drop your morality so you can adapt to the bullshit. That's what the slaves came to do. Who is going to worship a slave? Why would I worship a slave? My ancestors went to war for the slaves. I'm telling you people what happened in geography. My ancestors went to war with these slaves, but it was entrapment. The moment we went to war with them, they retreated, cashed out their monies. These slaves, imagine if the slaves really wanted something out of life, wouldn't they have 40 acres and a mule? At basic. Wouldn't each slave have 40 acres and a mule if it wasn't a plot? If the slaves didn't agree to play the low life part, the slaves agreed to play the low life part so they can make every black melanated looking people think we are low lives just like them. The slaves testified to events no human would allow happen. The events that the slaves are telling you happened to them, no human is going to allow that shit to happen. Imagine a group of 12 men. And you have only 2 white men, and he's penetrating the anus of 12 men, and you 12 men don't kill those 2 white men? What animal is gonna let that happen? The shit that the slaves are saying happened didn't happen, as they said. Those are all made up cinema. Just like you see Chris Tucker, just like you see P. Diddy, just like you see Africa Bombada. Imagine Africa Bombada violated over thousands of boys for his white masters, for his institution to survive and have strength. That's the sacrifice the slaves do for the republic. Those are the slaves of the republic. They will do anything for the republic. Those are the old Greek Roman slaves. Don't forget the Greeks and the Romans also conquered England. That's how come the Church of England is what it is right now. You guys got to know geography. Stop letting people fuck with your geography. The African Americans, they came to the Americas to drop our humanity to animal level, to make us think that we should allow humans to fuck with us, to make us think that we should allow humans to downgrade what we know, what we are as humans, to downgrade our morality, to downgrade us. And that's what these African Americans came to do. And I stand by that. And the evidence is so numerous, you cannot even contest what I'm saying, because the evidence is right here in front of us all. The evidence is right here. The evidence is right here. That's what these African Americans do. That's what they came to do. They came to play the role of slaves so they can, and then not only are they playing the role of slave, they are doing a very dangerous thing. They are saying black people. What the fuck is that? Black people is a race? White people is not a race. Europe has tribes. For people like me who know geography, I know the Britons, I know the British, I know the L'Allemagne, the Russians, you know, the Mongolians. Those are not one race. But the African Americans, they come into the Americas. Oh, the black race. Fuck you niggas. Fuck you niggas. For the job you are doing, you niggas are so. for that type of job is satanic. You are coming to take Mother Nature's order and Mother Nature's dignity that Mother Nature imposed on humans. And you are coming to take that and you're coming to take it apart. You people are just satanic. Shit. You people are satanic. You are coming to rob humans of our respect. You are coming to rob us of our dignity, of our land, of everything. And you and the white folks, you know there is no such thing as the black race. What the fuck is that? Just because you have a black skin, you my race? Do you know what a race is? So the African Americans are coming to destroy race. They are coming to destroy the family bond. And that's what these African Americans do. They destroy the family bond. They destroy humanity. They take the low-life activities and they applaud it. They put it on TV. They do it in public. Things that humans never used to do. And if a human ever did those kind of things, they did it behind closed doors, what nobody could see. The African Americans, they are coming to popularize all these low-life behaviors. And they are telling us that's normal. It's normal to act that way. It's normal to be a low-life human. It's normal to watch somebody fuck your own mother in front of you. It's normal to rape your sister. It's normal to rape your mother. The African Americans are coming to drop humanity. And it's not just any humanity. They are coming to destroy you because you are melanated in your skin. And notice the African Americans, they never attack the other melanated people. They don't attack the Indians out of India. They don't attack the Musulman. They don't attack the Arabs. They come in to attack you in the Americas, you and I, in the Americas, to take our land in the Americas. And as soon as they take our land, guess who they're going to give it to? They're going to give it to the Chinese and the Arabs and the Europeans, because that's what they did in West Africa. As soon as they took our land in West Africa, they gave it to the Chinese and the Arabs, because you can see what's happening in West Africa. It's the same Hebrew slaves that we kicked out in the 700. They are back. Geography will not lie to you. Geography will not lie to you. It will not lie to you. Geography will not lie to you. Geography will not lie to you. Geography will never lie to you. And that's geography for you. The African Americans cannot dupe me to make me think I'm going to honor a slave. And when I see Martin Luther King, I'll be like, hey, no, that's a slave. What the fuck I'm going to be happy to see him for? What the fuck I got to say good to him for? That's a slave. He cost me a lot. The slaves are going to cost us all our territories. These African American slaves, these black folks, they're going to cost us humanity. If you don't give these slaves their limits, if you don't give them their limits, they're going to ruin your life. Me, they have ruined my life. The slaves have ruined my life. African Americans have ruined my life. Ruined my life. Segregation, discrimination, whatever you want to call it, they have acted all of these things on me to destroy me. But I'm not stupid, because I also have super African American friends who have stood up for me in the past. So I don't let, because you have one sector of the African American population, they are trying really hard to get out of this mindset. They know whatever the slaves are, they know it's not right. They know their mentality is not right. They know their lifestyle is not right. These people are trying really hard to get out of that mentality. And that's a sector of the African Americans. They are really trying. And so because I know that, I don't let the African Americans who come to destroy my life, I don't let them take my judgment to where I think all African Americans are in this plot, because most of the African Americans who behave the way they do, they've just been programmed to do it. They're not even aware that they're destroying lives. So I don't hate African Americans, no. Because most of the I'm an African American leader. I advocate for African American sovereignty. Most African Americans, they don't even know what they've become. So it's like it's like beating a 2-year-old child. Like I have friends sometimes with children, And the one thing that I will never allow a friend to do in front of me, best friend, do not come and beat your child in front of me. Like, and that's the thing about African Americans. If you were to discipline them right now, it would be like beating a 1-year-old child with no common sense, no logic. Even if an African American is 90 years old, with that mindset and with that comportment, it's like a child with no common sense, no logic, because their programmation, they don't know the difference. They don't know that they are destroying my race, my people, by coming to the Americas with this black race shit. And there's no such thing as a black race. So if there was a such thing as a black race, where is the green race? Where is the yellow race? Where is the purple race? You niggas are way out of line. You niggas are way out of your league. But what you niggas did is you committed the eternal sin. There's no way for African Americans to be salvaged. You are doomed for eternity. You are doomed for slavery for eternity. Because what you're doing in the name of slavery is you destroying Mother Nature's order. And Mother Nature will never forgive you, because Mother Nature is the manifestation of God, not the Bible, and not Jesus. So because you are worshiping fake gods and you are destroying Mother Nature's creations, the African Americans, you are doomed. You are doomed for eternal slavery. You are doomed to crawl on your belly eternally, because you are reverent. You are giving relevance to the most, to the worst human behaviors, the type of human behaviors that should never be worshipped, the type of human behaviors that should never be in public. And you people, you take these behaviors and you treat them as if they are it, as the behavior. You know what I mean? So for those type of crimes against humanity, Mother Nature will never forgive any of you. So I'm gonna cut the back, because I cut the front. Now it's time to cut the back. Get a nice haircut and braid those, because I gotta work hard this weekend. Tonight I gotta work hard. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to sleep because I gotta work hard tonight. I gotta work hard this weekend, period. I will make plenty money, but I will be working plenty hard. I mean, I will make the money, but I will be working hard, guys. Because I have my children like $400 shoes, $500 shoes, $800 phones, like, and I have 3 children. So I do have to work hard. So when I'm about to work hard, I do get my hair braided. I do braid my hair up, so I don't have to worry about it when I wake up in the morning. So I'm about to cut. This hair needs cut. All of this will get cut. All of these things you see here, all of these will be cut in about few. That's nasty. Like, if you want to keep healthy hair, do not keep these in it. These are nasty. Like, I see people having strings of these in their hair, like from here to here, and they say, I have hair. That's not hair. That's trash. Cut it off. And that's how come my hair is so beautiful and healthy, because once that type of trash comes in my head, I cut it off. I don't keep that so I can brag I have long hair. Like, I could keep this and it will get hair because it's such long strings, but it's also trash type of hair. I don't keep that type of trash in my hair. When I do this, I want my hair to be no flakes, no, what do you call those, split ends? No, it's just supposed to be super healthy hair. Super healthy mane. So I'm about to cut this. All of this will get cut. All of that will get cut. That's nasty. So I'm not gonna take that out yet. Let me finish cutting this part and then I'll take that out and cut it. Yeah, I wish you all a good morning. I want to put my 2 cents in, especially because the month of the slaves are coming. I don't want any slave thinking that I hate you in any way. If anything, I'm the only American leader who shows true compassion for the slaves. I'm the only American leader I know who shows true compassion for the slaves, who really understands their geography. I'm the only American leader who will tell a slave, go back to Hebrew land, go back to Western Asia and get your land back. Don't come to the Americas to get my land. Go back to Western Asia and get what your land is, your own land. Go to Western Asia and do that. Don't come to the Americas to steal what I got. Go to back to Western Asia and claim your geography. That's what I can tell a slave. Like, go back and claim your geography. Otherwise, you'll be lost forever. You'll be a wandering Jew forever. And that's the verdict of the slaves. It's what it is. I didn't create geography as is. You know. All right, guys, I'm gonna focus on the cut because that's the hardest thing. Is because I'm doing my own cut, so I have to really focus. All right, I will come back on live another time as I don't have a schedule to mount this horse, so I'll be coming back whenever else I'm inspired to share. I'll be coming back, guys. So you all have a great morning. And you take care of each other. Yeah, see, when I'm cutting, I don't have the concentration I have when I'm braiding. So I have to go because I'm cutting now. You see how different it is from the others? Once you cut that, you see, all of that has got to go. So I got to go one more time. I will see you guys another time.